Hello, Live Essence with Joe here. Welcome back. Those of you that have been put in the position of a scapegoat or the black sheep, don't you feel that everywhere you go, whether it's school, whether it's a job, whether it's a group of friends, don't you feel that they treat you the same way that you were treated at home? And I have realized that I put myself into that position over and over again because I don't want to bite onto the mouth, or because I can see through people's bullshit, because I call out certain things. And there have been times that I have literally done nothing at all, and people have, done a smear campaign on me and have managed to turn a few people against me without me even doing anything, right? And oftentimes I can wonder, like, oh my God, like, damn, am I the problem? And I realized, like, I'm not really the problem. I'm not the problem. Where I'm the problem is that I can see people's bullshit. And oftentimes I haven't even predicted certain things, but I have gaslit myself. I go to another person. The person's like, oh no, Joe, you're exaggerating. Oh no, Joe, that person is not that bad. Oh no, Joe, like, trying to act like I'm being a bitch, right? For wanting not to deal with that person. And so then I end up gaslighting myself. And I'm like, oh no, maybe the person is right. And so I override my intuition. I override my internal processes that are warning me about that person. And I still will go on, even though I know that the person will end up doing something to me, like betraying me, right? And so that's been the story of my life. But like I said, moving forward now, 2024, I'm not doing this anymore. I don't care who likes it. I don't care who calls me a bitch. I realized that for me, I can have a lot of friends. I need to have very minimal friends, as long as they're like, we have a mutual healthy, and it's mutually beneficial. Like, I'm not going to have friends that don't have my back when I have your back, because I feel like oftentimes I have surrounded myself with people that are a bunch of enablers. Like, they'll see somebody doing something awful to me that I didn't even deserve it, or I have seen that person doing something awful to somebody else that I feel like I can't deal with a person that does that to another person, because if they did it to them, they're gonna do it to me. It's just based on principle and based on morality. And there have been times where I'm like, okay, this person did X, Y, and Z to me, and here comes somebody gaslighting me. I think like I'm being too intense, like I'm being too crazy, like, oh, you need to give second chances for things that you shouldn't be giving second chances, right? So one thing that I say is that to learn to trust your intuition as the children of unhealthy parents, because we knew when our parents were going to do something to us because we felt it inside of us, right? And our body are sending us warnings because they already know the cycle, that's the cycle back and forth. So that's something that I had dealt with a lot since I was younger, and even now as an adult. And I'm just gonna make changes, and I'm gonna stick to those changes. I'm gonna cut people off. It is what it is. I don't care. I'm not gonna tell people any of my business, because I feel like sometimes people sabotage me. Not necessarily that they physically go do something, but they sabotage me with their thoughts. They sabotage me with their mouths, with the things that they say to me. And sometimes when people see that you're trying to get out of something, they want you to be like back in and be down with that. And I don't want that shit anymore.